I'm a crime and intelligence analyst for the Volusia County Sheriff's Office. When we get these police calls for service that are, like carjackings or, fights with weapons or people who are wanted and we don't have all the information just yet, our job in here is to start piecing those puzzles kind of together and trying to get all that information squared away for, situational awareness, officer safety, and just filling in those gaps, because we're usually helping all patrol, and then we do a lot of help with the criminal investigations unit, helping them find social medias, helping them with facial recognition, with license plate reader stuff, the Ring doorbell camera. Something that really sticks out to me is probably the license plate reader was there was this sex offender named Octavius Watkins, and last year he was sentenced to life in prison for, I don't know if you remember this specifically, but there was a lady who was left naked outside of Halifax Plantation, and she was badly beaten, and she was a victim of a rape and attempted murder. Citizens found her, just laying there on the ground and beaten up, and when the detectives got out there, they interviewed her, and she said that she had been picked up on Ridgewood. She had been raped multiple times, and then she had been strangled and beaten and then left for dead without her clothes on. The only thing she could remember was a heavyset black male who drove a filthy red 4-door car, and that it looked like it didn't even run, is what she was repeating to the detectives. And she had a general time frame of when she was picked up and where she was picked up, and with her description of the car looking like that, we were able to pull a time frame and a location search of license plate readers in the city of Daytona, and located a red vehicle that looked like it probably shouldn't run. And after confirming the date and the time and the location all matched up, we ran the registration, because when license plate readers go through that, they don't run the registration. It takes a picture of the tag and gives you a picture of the vehicle. So we ran that, and it was registered to a heavyset black male who was also a sex offender, who also had a history of violence. So within, I want to say it was within 3 hours of her being located, we had a potential suspect, we had his vehicle, we had the vehicle flagged, and that very same day, probably within another 2 hours, he was located at US 1 and 95, and he was arrested. So that, to me, that was just something that a little bit of information, led to something that just completely snowballed into someone getting life in prison and never being able to do that to anybody again.
So that's your best experience?
I feel like that is definitely one of my best experiences, for sure.